Hello. How do you, as a Scrum Master, you're in the middle of a sprint and an unplanned, unscheduled, but urgent piece of work comes in. You have to deal with it immediately. What do you do? Hello, my name is Tim McDermott. I'm a software development project manager. I live in Tampa, Florida. And this comes up quite a lot. What do you do when an emergency happens and you have to stop and your team has to deal with it and you're in the middle of a sprint? You can't put the item into the backlog and deal with it in a subsequent sprint. It has to be dealt with right away. There are basically two approaches to handling this situation. One is when, and I apologize, there's mosquitoes there. This is Tampa, Florida, and it's summertime. So I'm swatting mosquitoes, but understand that when you plan your sprints, you can build in a buffer of hours into the sprint to deal with the situation. So let's say you have a 2-week sprint, and it's just to make the numbers and the math easy. Let's say there's 100 hours of developer time in this 2-week sprint. You could decide to devote 30 hours to these unplanned work, emergencies. That way, if you don't have 30 hours worth of emergencies, then you can use that buffer time, just pull in new items off of the product backlog and deal with those. If you find that you're using more than 30 hours during the sprint, then at that time you can, in the retrospective, use it to adjust the hours. Maybe go with 40 hours next time as a buffer. Also, so that's one approach. Another approach would be to just have a dedicated resource. One developer, say, or two developers that are just dedicated to do this maintenance type, emergency type requests that come in. These requests would be handled outside of the sprint. You would probably have a Kanban board with these issues listed on it and in a prioritized order, and track them on the Kanban board. So those are two approaches that can help you. Just if these emergencies keep happening over and over again, just realize you probably have some issues that you need to deal with. It could be an issue of that people are just not planning properly, not planning ahead, they're not thinking ahead. It's kind of not natural for people to think and plan ahead. They're not used to that. So it might take some training, etc., to get them used to that. Or you might just have a quality issue with your code. You might not be spending enough time testing or enough time doing high quality design on your code. Those can make for emergencies, bug fixes, etc. All right. That's it, and I'm going to get out of here before these mosquitoes just fly in, pick me up, and take me away. They're horrendous here. Thank you. Bye.